Dire team pick.
All right, folks, welcome back. After a small bit of delay, we are back in it. It's Starladder Season 10, the C Division, as we get ready to go to the back end of these group stages. Our second match of the night is going to be between Awake and MSI. Beyond the Summit's going to be bringing you the coverage. I personally am Coddle Guy, but joining me now for game number 2, none other than Mr.
Remaining.
David Gods Parker. How you doing, sir? Are you awake? Are you here?
I'm awake. I'm feeling
Dire
good.
team ban.
Looking forward to some 6.82 Dota.
Oh my God. Has it been an adventure thus far? I want to ask personally, have you had an opportunity to at least play any 6.82?
I played 2 games like 10 hours ago with
10
Biscuit.
seconds
and,
remaining.
It was interesting, I gotta say.
Interesting is, I guess, a
Radiant
strong
team
descriptive
ban.
term for this thus far.
I got very lost around the bottom river and Roshan. I kept
Dire
trying to
team ban.
I kept thinking there should be like another pathway to bottom lane, but I was like, no, it's not. There's nothing there.
I felt like I even
Roshan
saw
blocked
that last game, Arrow Gaming, as like a conga line all walked into a wall and then
10
turned the
seconds
corner and
remaining.
finally found the staircase to kind of go up and around towards the south part of the map. So
5 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
it's a bit finicky. We got the Roche in a new spot in an extremely tight Roche pit.
Reserve
and,
time.
The wards are all different and new, and it's still taking a lot
Radiant
of
team
adjustments for
ban.
a lot of these players. But overall, I think the theme has been, as far as hero adjustments, at least from my personal casting experience in 6.82, is the teams that seem to go with the old tried and true 6.81 and what they're comfortable with seem to come out on top, and the teams who are trying to flex their new 6.82 muscles seem
5
to
seconds
just
remaining.
kind of fall apart. I don't know if you feel the same from what you've seen, but it's been
Reserve
really
time.
interesting. Both times I've seen it, an LC played, it's been not working out too well. So 0% win rate in my eyes.
Oh man, that was definitely the
Radiant
feeling I got in
team
the Starlight American match you were casting earlier, and I think
Dire
there's
team
something to be
pick.
said with sticking to your comfort zone and the strategies you've practiced. So you're gonna have some losses when you try some of these newer heroes, perhaps. And I'm a bit sad we're not getting that Terrorblade pick when it was open and available in this pool. But like you said, the teams kind of who stick to their picks, stick to their guns, seem
Radiant
to have been doing
team
better.
pick.
Although with that said, these two teams, neither of them have a shot for the
Dire
land finals.
team
It's
pick.
a 3-horse race to Kiev, and neither of these 2 horses are currently left standing.
These horses have like 2 legs at this point, trying to just waddle their way down the track, I guess you could say. For MSI, they're sporting right now a 4-6 record. Really no way to get to the top of the list. Awake, it's even worse for them. They're at 3-7 right now. So, I was personally hoping we'd see a bit more clown shoes in this
10
match.
seconds
Maybe the
remaining.
team's having a little more fun with 6.82, but so far, just
5
looking at the
seconds
draft,
remaining.
it seems pretty standard. I wouldn't even have guessed, except for the one
Radiant
ban on
team
Terrorblade,
ban.
that we were even in a new patch thus far. So no team's really experimenting. But I guess each team kind of has a fan base they still are looking to impress, or
Dire team
still want to be
ban.
able to put on a good show, for whoever it may be, potential sponsors, girlfriends.
I kind of like that they still take it like any other match.
Yeah.
They probably figure it's the best. Sure, we can experiment and try 6.82, but maybe they don't have a clue, and they're gonna just
10 seconds
experiment
remaining.
and pub games a bit first with the new heroes, decide what's good, and then try and translate
5
from there.
seconds
So
remaining.
they'll treat it like any other kind of practice match, if it doesn't matter per se. But
Reserve time.
despite the 6.2 changes, some of these picks that are getting acquired have been
Radiant team
fairly
pick.
nerfed, like the Wraith King with the extra mana cost from his ultimate. The Viper not quite as strong anymore with the range on corrosive skin, not to mention the mech nerf, but all these heroes still quite happily picked up.
Yeah.
Even in 6.82.
Nothing too dramatic for anyone's spread right here. I know Shadow Demon received a fair share of buffs. I want to say his Soul Catcher now can persist through BKB, I believe it was. He has like an Agnum Scepter
nice.
buff
10
where he gets an
seconds
extra
remaining.
charge, but it's not like we're going to see an Agnum Scepter picked up any day soon on a Shadow Demon.
5
But,
seconds
the
remaining.
nice peanut butter and jelly combo, I guess, of Murano Shadow Demon is going to be there. So MSI probably looking to go aggressive
Reserve
early in the
time.
game, roaming around, trying to get the old catch 1-2 punch with that arrow. Awake, they got a nice pushing strategy building up for him with the Nature's Prophet, and now that Jakiro grab, the Liquid Fire will just help bring down those towers quickly. But as far as things go, nothing too crazy. Doom received a bit of a nerf, though, recently, where obviously his ultimate's not going to remove those passives. So if he was to decide to, let's say, Doom out Wraith King, that aura is still going to persist on through it, I would imagine. So, just interesting little niche things here and there, but nothing too exciting, unfortunately. But we are going to roll into the last picks, and, well, there's Treon Protector. We don't see a whole lot of him too often, and he also personally received a bit of a nice little buff. Another Agnum Scepter benefit. Eye of the Forts is back in. Oh, man, this is the first time in tournament play I get to see the Swag Master, Shadow Fiend, with his impressive new model. He better have the Arcana gods. He better.
I like that little icon we're seeing here. This is cool. I haven't really. I'm the same as you. Have not seen the new Shadow Fiend in action, and this could be fun.
It better be fun.
The tree. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna talk about that. They have the tree buff. I was always a fan of the old school Eyes of the Forest because I was just a big support player and I like the extra map coverage. So people who don't know, if he gets an Agnum Scepter now, he does have the benefit of that extra ability. He could put up an eye in the forest, literally, and keep tabs on the whole map with a little bit of extra vision. And then plus, if he does pull out the root ultimate, also anywhere that those eye in the forest are will also latch on. So it's pretty much a global presence, given though that if Awake does have any sort of proper true vision, they'll see the eyes and can remove them with a Swift Tango or Axe or what have you.
I'm gonna I feel like I don't like this change because you have to farm an Ag Scepter and Treant, so it feels like it's like you're like, oh, this hero has this new ability, but it's like, oh, you have to unlock it by farming an Ag Scepter. So I don't like that element. Like, I'd rather they included this as one of his like basic abilities and balanced it around that, or maybe added it to like as a sub spell of something. I don't know. I don't like you farming. Ag Scepter is meant to like increase the power of spells. It's not necessarily meant to give you a new ability. I guess it does increase the power of your overgrowth, but I'm not sold on this.
Yeah, it's not looking like he's going to go any sort of core build with his.
They go Roche, dude. This could be the first level 1 Roche, 6.82. Here we go. They're like, wait, is this the Roche pit? Yeah, we found the Roche pit.
Where is the Roche pit? Oh, it's over here, and they are waddling themselves into it. Yeah, this is going to be
no one expects it.
Like, who's going to?
How do you check level 1 Roche? You don't know where the Roche pit is. If you're Radiant, you're like, guys, we don't know about this.
They're nowhere near. They're up top. They smoke to go up.
Once in.
well, congratulations, Team Awake. We were, hoping for some 6.82 funky fresh tactics, and well, we're gonna get it here. They already bring it down to near half-life. The benefit of that vampiric aura, the wave of terror, and of course Nature's Prophet. They're gonna be able to swiftly take this down, and this is going to be the first Roche of 6.82. Wow.
Well, those Roche buffs, so much for that. I guess they buffed Roshan as like deeper into the game, like his clap gets stronger, but Roche wasn't changed at level 1, I don't think.
Nope. And but the other change though, Aegis only lasts 5 minutes as opposed to 6 minutes now. Oh, the arrow disruption combo does catch off, but they're not going to be able to move in and come out. But regardless, Awake Gaming pull it off. First level 1 Roche of 6.82. Congratulations to them as they now disperse, go back to their lanes, pop up their own smoke to swiftly get there. It is, of course, going to be Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. I'll go ahead and just go right into the introductions here. For Awake Gaming, on that mid lane, we got Toy going to be playing that new sexy-looking evil Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Going along to the top lane, we got King A playing your Vengeful Spirit. BSR on the Jakiro. TNT on the Wraith King, actually coming in right behind the Doom. And, of course, way on the bottom lane, it is going to be So Lotic, I want to say, playing your Nature's Prophet in the off lane.
All right, sounds good to me. On the MSI train side, we're going to see the trail. Oh, they missed the disruption arrow. Nice little tramp block there at the bottom lane. We got JYC on the support Shadow Demon. We got, who is this? The Treant being played by TYND. We've got Jotan on the Mirana. Mid lane's going to be the Viper being played by Shenrui. And finally in the off lane, it will be BYB on the Doom. So similar picks as we've seen in past versions, apart from the Train, I'd say, which is definitely not wasn't a common 6.81 pick.
No, I mean for a while there it was like I guess like an EG standard in the hands of like PPD, maybe a Goblack here and there would definitely favorite it, but ever since he received that bit of a living armor nerf where the cooldown would be much more significant at level 1, we just didn't really see him played quite as often. But he's back and fresh in this game, I suppose, and we'll see how they decide to build him up. I mean, you got to remember there's a lot of new changes. The runes are done now, but the biggest thing that a lot of people are really getting hectic over is that new bounty system. And, well,
Yeah.
if a tree manages to punch down someone with a huge bounty from behind, he could get an Aghanim Scepter immediately just like that. So you definitely really can count out that kind of a factor. And, well, for the top lane, though, it is Doom getting zoned out pretty hard here. It's not getting anything easy for him, just trying to leech some nearby XP. He goes, and, well, he inherits a little bit of XP by grabbing the new bounty rune for himself. And
Yeah,
runs.
that's one way. I first read this man, I'm gonna be camping runes all the time. Then the one game I played, it's it's basically getting one creep of XP/gold. So it's actually I mean, if you got nothing to do, you go for it. But it's not essential that you try and take it.
They're bull rushing forward the mid lane, and well, there's Aegis is gone. TNT jumps in with his own Rapefire Blast, going right for Doom. Eats one more tower attack. If he can get 2 more right clicks in, he should be able to get him here. But Nature's Prophet is able to jump in, secure that first blood, and now they want more. They're going over to Visage, just caught with the Sprout, and just like that, a 1-2 punch for Awake Gaming. They get the first level Roche, and they also get the first 2 kills. Strong start for them.
Yeah, I don't know if MSI just forgot he had the Aegis there, because that was not the play to make, I don't think. Even if you get out of there, it's not really worth investing all those resources to just get rid of an Aegis when Shadow Fiend only has that Aegis for another couple of minutes. He's perfectly happy to just have it used to dodge a gank, and well, the worst case scenario happens, and that's the kills go in the way of Awake, who now are up 2 kills unanswered.
I definitely want to say a bit of an overcommitment and just a bit of forgetfulness
Dyer's
that he had hold
is
of that
attack.
Aegis. So unfortunately, it does very, very it hits them real hard. So, well, they're looking to come out from, get the redemption here as Shadow Demon smoked up, looking to scout out from behind. Disruption, Viper, and Tree coming in. They want revenge here for losing 2 comrades, and they should be able to get it, and they do. Well, just like that, MSI bounce right back and get their own kill in the mid lane. Good rotations coming out with that smoke.
Yeah, this is the Shadow Demon train. A lot of smokes happening.
Dyer's
Top
middle
lane now.
tower
Wait.
is under attack.
They want revenge. They want this Doom, but Doom's kind of ventured off into the jungle. Will be found momentarily, though.
He is sporting that Ring of Protection, and may I remind you, received a buff plus additional 1 armor, now 3 armor. Oh, but he eats a stun.
Too much armor.
And rotation comes in. Try to do a little bit of body blocks. Not going to be there. There's your Sprout. He doesn't have anything to eat the tree. Oh, I'll just take this bounty room before I go ahead and take you out. And as they turn back, they're going to get a few more right clicks in, and well, they get it done. They make it look relatively easy as Doom just gets caught out of position.
Nice. I feel like the Ring of Protection thing is like a.
Radiant's top tower
It's nice.
is
It gives
under
the +1.
attack.
I mean, the +1 armor is +1 armor, but it's it wanted to just make Tranquil Boots cost 30 gold more because it now costs 200 gold instead of 170. So I think Tranquil Boots are a little too cheap for the offlaners, but I mean, 30 gold at the end of the day is 1 creep, so maybe it's not even much of a difference.
Meanwhile,
Radiant's
it
top
appears
tower
Viper
is under
over
attack.
committing a bit. Same with
Radiant's
Shadow
top tower
Demon.
is
Oh, can he get the raise? 1 more second? Nope, doesn't even need it. Gets taken down, and a double kill now handed back over to the Shadow Fiend. And also Awake Gaming take that tier 1 tower in the top lane. And well, we talked about a bit last game about the new
Radiant's
fortification
top
law
tower
as
is
far
under
as
attack.
you take down the tier 1, you pretty much
Radiant
have to pop out the
structures are
fortification
fortified.
because it will be instantly revived when the tower 1 falls. And well, they're just going to go for the second one.
Yeah. I don't think they used the glyph on the tier 1.
Oh,
They're gonna glyph the tier 2.
It's a bit of a mistake. You get it
But-
back for free even if they take the tower. So,
Radiant's
well, they
top
pop it
tower
already
is
here,
under
and
attack.
this tower might fall. And I think MSI realized that they get a rotation over, and they're trying to bully him back, but they're going to lose 2 towers. And this is going to be a quick early start here for Awake, and now they want the
Radiant's
tree.
top tower
On a
has
bit of a
fallen.
vegan diet here as they try to go for the tree unprotected. They lock him in place, dual breath, and well, they make barbecue out of him. They quickly rip him apart and step back. 6-1. Awake. Huge start for them, but you know what? With the new bounty laws in effect, I guess if they manage to get a swift pickoff on anyone, they could just get back in MSI's favor.
Yeah. And it's going to be a counter kill at top lane, and Jakiro not the most. Actually, Jakiro's a core hero. This is actually the most fun hero in the game. So as far as bounty goes, this is the top dog. This is the hero you want to be killing, and it's a decent chunk of gold going to Viper and Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon suddenly has 900 gold, so
Well,
I
Arcane
can only
Boots.
imagine that was like 500 gold each or something.
Yeah, I tried to click on him just before he ended up getting it because I believe that currently the text that's displayed and even the net worth graph isn't properly adjusted yet for these new like bounty rules. So it's trying to click on them before and then doing the math in your head. And well, personally, gods, I'm terrible with numbers, so I can't really do the
That's
deduction.
fair enough. Yeah, you just see the text is just the kill streak ending. That's not the area of effect gold or experience.
So I'm not sure if it's something they're going to be looking into here as it goes, but
yeah, especially because everyone's always that's the big talking point of this patch. Everyone
Yeah.
like wants to know how much people are getting. So
and it's so funny how it's already going back. People at first were like, I hate it so much. I've been stomping these teams, and all of a sudden they're coming back and beating me, and I don't like it. And now people are like, well, it's making for interesting Dota. I kind of like it. Let's wait it out and see how it works. So already, even as far as the community goes, people are feeling very wary about it. They dive past the tower here. They want Tree once again. Defensive disruption going to be popped out to save his life, and he does get the Moonlight Shadow, but unfortunately for Mirana, might be caught out here. Dual Breath coming out from Jakiro. TNT very low, has no reincarnation to fall back on. Mirana falls. Wraith King very low, but able to slip away. 3-man takedown, though, on MSI as Shadow Fiend bowls on through. Does get doomed up as he tries to swag himself away from this one, and, well, they're looking to press on forward. They're trying to get redemption. They're trying to go for the Doom right here. It goes up to the north, and they catch him out with the Ice Path. Jakiro, persistent, gets out Liquid Fire. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit does finish off the Shadow Demon, and ends up being a 3-man takedown, 10-2, and still Jakiro on the hunt.
Yeah.
Doom, where are you going, buddy? This is not going to be
Radiant's
anywhere safe
middle
as he gets
tower
Liquid
has
Fired
fallen.
again. One more auto attack. Ice Path will be enough, and he gets it done.
I think it was all 5. Treen actually respawned partway through that fight, so I think Awake actually got the full wipe there, which is
Radiant's
good news
bottom
for them.
tower
It's
is
going to
under
increase
attack.
their lead even more as they're getting towers, they're getting kills, winning fights, and
Yeah.
they're just walking all over MSI right now.
7,500 gold lead at 8 minutes in has to be one of the biggest leads I've seen in quite a while. So Awake, though,
I mean,
Radiant's
shouldn't
bottom
let up.
Back
tower
on-
is under attack.
back on the like golden experience changes, I think the thing people aren't quite necessarily realizing is that end of the day it's only like a small percent of the net worth difference. So even if you're ahead and you give away like a 3k gold kill, that's because you're up by like 15 to 20k. So it's not going to suddenly mean the other team's winning necessarily. Like your gold lead is still going to always be massive, because if it's close, then they're not getting big gold streaks. The one thing it does do, I think, is nerf these like really early
Radiant's
game
bottom
centric
tower
lineups,
is
which
under
are
attack.
designed to get ahead by like 10k gold. Because some lineups you can be ahead 10k gold, but only be ahead by a small amount because you've maybe pushed down a bunch of towers fast and you don't have a good way to end the game. So it does nerf some early game lineups, but all in all, it's not going to be like, oh, you give away a big kill streak or two and suddenly you're in an even game.
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, from the games I've already casted in 6.82, every team that tried to get the bounty in the big comeback just unfortunately didn't quite get the opportunity, where it's Navi US or any of the Canada teams, or even last game, Arrow Gaming. But meanwhile, Shadow Demon gets caught out with an Ice Path. Arrow gonna fly, actually catches on King A. Vengeful Spirit might be in a bit of trouble as they look to pincer him down. Does get the mechanism to heal up, but oh, does manage to slip away from this one. The counter initiation to come in. Treon gonna get cocked out. 2-man Ice Path conveniently already. Tree gonna fall. 1-for-1 trade, a support for support in the end right here. Shadow Fiend trying to get away from this one. Big damage, desperate TP, not gonna be to any avail. 2 to fall right now. There's a Liquid Fire catching on Moran and Moonlight Shadow to try to get away from this one. Sprout gonna catch out Viper, and Viper will also fall. A 2-for-2 in the end right now, and Awake Gaming gonna look to use this momentum to go right towards this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The 2-for-2s, as far as the golden XP you get, will be good for MSI, but they're losing towers to fall. They're losing a lot of just map control right now. Right now, Awake is just taking these down one by one. They're going to get the next Roshan anytime. Roshan actually is a really long respawn, but it's going to be back any second now, so that's pretty straightforward stuff. We saw how good their lamp is at level 1 bringing down Roshan. It's gotten even better since then.
Yep, should be an easier pickoff that they want. They already pinged it out. They're going to look to scout it. Convenient regen room for Jakiro, and, well, look who it is. And I don't know, isn't it, God, you tell me, is it an illusion just because of the placement, or is this pit just tiny as hell right now?
It's so claustrophobic.
It's
I
just,
don't know.
People are
it's
bumping
weird.
elbows trying to even hit and get in a
Yeah.
fight right now. I mean, people are jumping out of the pit because they're feeling claustrophobic, suffocated by even engaging in this fight. So if you have any relative ward in the area, you're going to easily see heroes going in and out of this pit, and well, you're definitely going to be a little curious as to what the hell's going on. But not for MSI. They don't even acknowledge this. So this is going to be a second Roshan takedown of the game at only 11 minutes in, and Awake Gaming get a hold of it, and it is going to be Shadow Fiend who picks up the Aegis.
Dire's middle tower
From here,
is
they're
under
going to be
attack.
kind of looking to just take tower by tower and systematically try and break MSI's economy, or more make their own economy.
prize is
They're
mine.
going to have a fast BKB on Shadow Fiend. Wraith King is, as a support, going to be getting a Blink Dagger in no time at all. And their push is just not something that can really be dealt with. The Jakiro's got the mech, and with that, just Liquid Fire down tower after tower.
Your medallion now going to complete on the Vengeful Spirit, even
Radiant's middle
adding
tower is
additional
under
minus
attack.
armor. You put that together with the Shadow Fiend, and it gets out of
Radiant
control real
structures
quick.
are
Already attention on
fortified.
this tier 2 tower. A very, very ballsy play coming up from TNT, but he has that reincarnate, so he's happy to really go in there. Viper might be caught out. There's your swipe. They're going for the tree, and, well, they managed to burst down the support. They turned their attention back towards this tier 2, and, well, it falls, and only one more outer tower to stand here for MSI just like that, while they still haven't even taken a tower for themselves. And, well, we're already into the high ground at 12 minutes in, and Awake Gaming, they may be out of the running for Starladder, but they're looking to set a statement here, really taking it to MSI.
It's kind of nice to see like all these really hard nerfs on the push strats. Well, you can still do push strats.
Yeah.
Awake showing that.
You might not even need a Death Prophet to do so, as they bully on forward with some heroes we haven't seen in quite some time, like your Shadow Fiend. And, well, I always enjoy Forge Hero. Now TNT going to be forced to pull out the Reincarnate here as he does fall. There's your Rue coming out from the tree, but, well, the tree falls once more. Moving on to an unstoppable streak is your Nature's Prophet. Jakiro does get doomed up and has to step out from the boundaries. Vengeful Spirit gets taken down with one more auto attack coming out from that Viper. Tier 3 was fallen. Your Aegis already going to be used here. Rax is exposed, and for Awake, they might need to consider pulling out the retreat call here as Doom pushing on forward here, but, well, they're going to try to kite him about right now. They step back, they throw out the Ray Fire Blast, he gets sprouted up. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend bursts out his ultimate, they're looking to go, and Doom does end up falling. Now stepping back, they get another takedown, and this might be a quick game, Gods, as they go right to the Rax, and they should be able to take him down.
Yeah, 30-minute Raxes. Talking about kill streaks and comeback potential. Well, end of the day, you're down a lane of Raxes, you're getting a lot less gold from creeps, you're constantly having to defend. And MSI have not got the best late game. Viper much more early mid-game focus. Doom is probably it as far as late game go. Mirana not the best late game carry either, so... Mirana's still working on a Midas. 30 minutes in, you've lost Raxes and you're trying to build a Midas? Nah, that ain't happening.
No, this is not the position you really want to be in. You're just pretty much scrapping right now as far as to get farm or just get oriented as far as what you really want to do. Tree has been continuously trying to get something going for himself. 1 and 5 is just having the toughest time right now, and I was expecting MSI to get a little more assertive in the early game, maybe take advantage of your disruption arrows, but really couldn't get anything going. Ever since the immediate level 1 Roche, it seems that they were just put out of their element and can't really get back. And, well, now Jakiro completes out that Yules, a little extra move speed, the intel, and of course being able to play a little extra defensively, set up for the easy ice path is probably...
Were there any Yules changes, or is this untouched item?
I think it was untouched, I want to say. Nothing since the initial 50 damage. I think has been.
Yeah.
Mechanism was changed though.
Really strong.
Mechanism was changed. He picked it up. It costs a little more mana, but I don't think Jakiro's too worried about that.
No, especially now with the Yules, he's pretty good in terms of mana. The Yules Jakiro is just so strong. Like, as players just started going at first item even on Jakiro. In the past, you'd never see like Yules as core item on any hero, but it's kind of nice. I think the idea that the item is a core item on a lot of heroes makes sense. It shouldn't be just a super situational item, although I guess some of those still exist, be it your like Heaven's Halberd type items or whatever it may be.
Other Yule's heroes I can think of, Death Prophet, Invoker, big pickups here. Moonlight Shadow, the first time MSI are really trying to get aggressive and get something. Let's see if they can get one of these big sweet bounties as they go for Nature's Prophet. There's your Doom, and there's the swap as Vengeful Spirit trying to help out and get away. Not going to be so lucky here. Can Doom get the kill? They end up taking him down. He's got 2.4k all of a sudden, and he's trying to retreat out from this one. Holy moly. And, well, there's another takedown, but it's Shadow Fiend to step right in, blast out the big ultimate, and, well, Viper gets Yules up in the air. There's the Yules going right to use, Ice Path, and, well, what looked like an opportunity for MSI to try to get a lot of gold in their favor as they quickly crumble, but... Well, that was a lot of gold. You said, what, 1,600?
1,600. He went from 870 to, like, 2.4k, so about 1,600. With the gold AoE as well as the kill streak end, so it's pretty big, but I mean, considering the lead, like, that's not going to be a huge thing. You can actually kind of see it in the net worth graph. It's a bit of a jump upwards.
Yeah, a little spurt right there, but MSI are going to need a whole lot more than that if they want to really get back in this game, considering they already lost a mid-set of racks. They're very much crippled here, and, well, that allows Doom to pick up a Blink Dagger, I suppose, so maybe some primary initiation, but considering the fact that they've been mostly on the back foot this game and pressured into their base, I don't know how much usefulness he is going to get out of that Blink Dagger, as it looks like Awake are targeting the final outer tower here in the bottom lane, going right for the tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Next doom is going to be up in about 10 seconds, but I guess in theory you can use that to defend high ground. BYB has just been using this Harpy Chain Lightning for like the last few minutes here, just trying to counter push with
Radiant's bottom tower
Desperate
has
times,
fallen.
man. Desperate times.
Desperate times indeed. So there goes your final outer tower, and well, quickly Awake are looking to corral MSI into their own base, and this is going to really hinder the farm, especially on your supports who really can't afford to stretch out too far, especially on their own. Meanwhile, top lane out on their own is the Viper, and well, he recognizes he could be in some trouble, so he swiftly TPs out. TNT is not going to be there in time to catch him out with that stun, and he does make his escape. And for Viper right now, with his mechanism personally complete, it looks like he wants to finish out those power treads, but nowhere near that point where you're looking to go for an Agnum Scepter. But hey, look, I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures. It's about that time they pull out a smoke, and maybe they can go for another one of those big bounty gold pickoffs here as they head towards the north.
Yeah, they found someone they got to kill twice, and good news for Wraith King, he just hits level 11, so he's got level 2 ulti, but he's being ignored for now.
Allies disappear.
Moonlight Shadow to follow up. Vengeful Spirit sees something happening, but there's your Blink going to use. They want that Jakiro, but that Swift Magic Missile is going to deny Doom from going any further. They want King A, and well, they get it. Doom takes him down. Inherits now about 1k gold available to him, and they want a tower now. They want their first tower, so they're going to go ahead and try to take it to this tier 1, but nope, they don't really have a creep wave to work with, so they pull back.
And they got the Venge negative damage aura on them as well, so not going to be very easy.
Easy Yule sets up Ice Path. Oh, the Disruption saves him from the ultimate right there as Shadow Fiend jumps in with his own BKB pop. Tree using the Sprout to try to invis, but not going to be so lucky as he quickly gets taken down. So just as MSI used that smoke to get a 1 support pick off, they quickly lose their tree, and now pressure's on as Awake move on forward towards the mid lane where they already done damage, but another Yule set up, another defensive disruption coming out, but Viper popping out the mech in desperation, and not going to be so lucky as he also falls. Dominating streak now coming out for Toy as they move themselves back into the base, and we'll see if they decide to converge to a different lane or actually just opt to pull all the way back.
Well, Awake still not really missing a beat here. Toy's that kind of flashy player who's I've only really seen him play Tinker and Meepo. So Meepo was banned, Tinker got hugely nerfed, so it's good to see him pull out like a new hero here in this game in the Shadow Fiend. And so far, very impressive stuff. He's 8-2-9 and having a great game. So definitely still playing those big snowballing carries and helping carry Awake. Although with that said, the whole team's been solid this game against MSI.
Fortunately, can't afford $35 of an Arcana, which I would love to see, but I guess it's okay. the remodel looks badass as it is, I guess. So
yeah,
he gets a haste rune, waddles up to the top, and he's looking to swagger off maybe a pickoff here. Tree is invis, and I don't think he knows that. He gets a bit of a stop, but doesn't care. Let's go for Mirana. Mirana desperate leaps away. Can he burst her down in time? No, doesn't matter. His Royal Majesty blinks right in and says, "Where the hell do you think you're going?" and just rips her apart. And now a mega kill streak here for the Shadow Fiend. And Awake Gaming are just not letting MSI have anything easy this game.
Yeah, it's rough, and I think the high ground push is going to be coming soon. Maybe they want the next Roshan, which is respawning in about the next minute. So yeah, they could wait for Roshan if they want to play it safe, and they'll be Aegis and Cheese. But with one lane of Raxus already and this early in the game, like I think Awake know like they can do a number of things and be pretty safe in winning this game.
I mean, it gets tricky, though. I would imagine, for Awake, the safe thing to do is wait out for Roche, get that extra life, and then go for your next high ground push. But, we'll see if that's the game plan. And for MSI, do you just kind of wait it out and hope you could defend the high ground, or do you maybe look to contest that Roche?
I think they got to keep going for those smoke ganks. We saw 1 or 2, and they weren't the most effective, like killing a Vengeful Spirit and then ended up losing a fight afterwards. But you don't have a good late game. You're not really farming. I mean, you're getting out farmed all over the map, so your only real option is to go and try and take a fight, but obviously you don't win a 5v5 fight. So smoke, try and get a pick off on Shadow Fiend ideally, or even just like a Nature's Prophet, since Prophet's going to be alone split pushing a lot, and then back off and try and do it again. So they can maybe delay the inevitable a bit by getting pickoffs, but turning this game around is going to be a big ask. That's going to rely on some big misplays from Awake.
Maybe if you do pull off that smoking pickup play and you take down both the Nature's Prophet and the Shadow Fiend, you'll probably inherit, I don't know, about 10k gold maybe at that point, and maybe you could try to come back and But for now, nothing's easy. And convenient DD rune here for Toy as he just moves on into the Roshan. This Rosh is getting melted like butter right now as they just swiftly take it down. And, well, there's definitely no attempt for MSI to even move in there and try to contest it. Another Aegis into the hands. And that's a cheese as well. It's so early that maybe they didn't even realize it. And, well, TNT will pick it up for himself. So pretty much adds a whole extra life for him if he does get it off. But I guess that's more than enough ammunition for Awake Gaming to go to the bottom lane and go for high ground once more.
This time around, I don't know if MSI can deal with them. Another thing which is, I realized you can't actually use the secret shop while roaching anymore, which was a pretty, I don't know about important aspect, but it was definitely a unique feature of Roshan that you could use the secret shop.
Yeah, I've even seen that in some of my games personally. Oh, going right for the high ground. TNT loses his first life, and, well, Awake Gaming having a contention and keep on going here. Viper looking to get bursted down, stunned out, sprouted up, and, well, self-disruption, or defensive disruption rather than save, but Shadow Demon gets bursted down. The big ultimate coming out from Shadow Fiend, just putting in true dominance as he quickly cleans house. 3 to fall. They lose their core Jakiro, but with still Aegis in hand, and they're just going to clean house. There goes your Doom. Double kill here for Toy, putting on a clinic. And the first game I've seen as a Shadow Fiend, he's been really MVP of this one. 11-2, Awake Gaming from beginning with that level 1 Roche to the end. It was just an impressive performance. What was it, a 12-minute set of racks at the start? And, well, that was a quick one for our game number 2 of the night.
Yeah, it was very snowbally. And, hey, good to see if you get a good start and you play smart Dota, you can still win the game convincingly like this in 20 minutes, which I think is how Dota should be. Not every game should be a close nail-biter. If you outplay your opponents, you should be able to win fast and decisively, which is exactly what Awake did here. Just solid strategy, good play in the lane stage, and just MSI never had any openings into this game.
Yep, and, well, that's going to wrap it up for our second game of the C Division for tonight. We do have one more match to come right here as I throw it on over. It is going to be First Departure taking on Myth, and, well, that's going to be coming up in just a moment's time. This game did end a little earlier than expected, so there might be a small bit of a pause, but we'll be coming right back for that one. It's Beyond the Summit bringing you the coverage. I'm Coddle Guy. Catch me on Twitter at Coddle Guy. That guy over there, that is Gods. You can catch him over at BTS Gods. So be sure to stick around, though. Press your follow button. Come and hang out, and we'll be back in the next one.